He was here for a long time. He was here for what, Gene, over a year? Close to it. He was the one that would jump up and down on the kennels back there and would make a mess, and he would look over the kennels at other dogs.
Oh, he had that down pat, so that
he was a sweet dog. But anyway, nobody really looked at him, so I told Stephanie, and he had some kind of little behavior problems. I told Stephanie, I said, well, I'll just take him home and foster him until we can find a spot for him, or either I'll keep him.
Yeah.
And took him home, perfect dog at the house, loved my kids.
Oh, he didn't jump? He didn't tear nothing?
Didn't tear up nothing. I crate trained him. I got him where he'd go outside potty, knock on the door. He would kind of scratch the door to go outside the potty. And then she told me she felt somebody to take him. But anyway, he went up there, and the first family they put him in, it was like a low kid. They wanted to sit on the couch. They wanted to play video games. The kids did. And he tore up everything. He's like, I want to go outside. I want to go play, because my kids were constantly leashing him up, wrestling with him. I mean, I got all kinds of videos of him playing with him. And so
he didn't jump the fence in the yard, but they let him out in the yard. He'd run.
He'd run and play,
and they could put him on the leash.
I mean, I got all kinds of stuff with him out there playing. But they took him back to the rescue, and the rescue took him back, and then this lady adopted him, and it's perfect. She runs with him.
She runs.
Yeah, she does that 4K, 5K, and she's always running with him.
So she needed it all, wasn't her?
And she's got small kids, too, and he's perfect with kids, too.
And, that's one thing I want to reemphasize is the fact that the most adoptions we do is when we send them to the north. Why do you think that is?
I guess because they're more focused on the spay and neuter, and they don't have all the offsprings that we do down here, because they really enforce the spay and neuter up there.
And people don't want to intentionally or indirectly have accidental breeds of puppies, of litters. It's more of I don't want to do that. Where here, it's considered,
it doesn't matter. They don't care. Let them have, 4, 5, 6 litters back to back. It doesn't make no difference. But they need to, make sure, their dogs are spayed and neutered, so they don't have all the offsprings, even if it's, and it makes the dogs healthier, they don't get all the cancer, all the cysts, all the, medical issues that they can have from keep having the puppies, and you ain't got to worry about losing the dogs, in birth or for having the puppies. Also.
And lost dogs. Our dog killed on road, the stats is an unaltered male.
They're out there hunting for that female that they smell that's in heat somewhere. And it could be 2 miles down the road, and they're going to sniff. They're going to try to find it.
Yeah, so if you change that, then you're taking away that drive, so they won't end up here or dead on the road. People don't realize that. If you're not taking something from the animal, you're giving them something. You're giving them
it makes them a better dog, too. They're a real good dog. All of mine at home are spayed and neuter, and they're perfect. Perfect house dogs. I've got some that stay out, but mine inside they go out to potty. They don't use the house or anything.
That's another thing people think. Oh, these shelter workers, they don't care about these animals. You just told me a story about how you were overly attached. And they just want to, they don't care about them. They don't take care of them. They don't care if they have to euthanize them at different shelters. That's just not true.
That's not true. If you work with them day in and day out, you have to say, well, I've got another one home right now, Leela. She was abused. She come in abused. Okay, we adopted her out. The adoption, you seen her the other day, the adoption did not work out, so we had to repo her. We had to go back and get her. So I just told Sharon that time, I said, I'll just take her home. I'll work with behavior problems that she's got. But it's like when I took her home, she don't have no behavior problems. She's perfect. She latches on. I have a child that has a seizure disorder, so she latches on to that seizure disorder child. She will not leave her side no matter where she goes. She's right there with that child. I have no problem, but when I bring her back down here and kennel her up for people to look at her, she's awful. She hates it here. But in a home setting, she's perfectly fine. But,
So she was a naturally, automatically knew that child had a disorder.
And she latches onto it. It doesn't matter if she goes to the bathroom. She's there sitting beside of her at the bathroom and waiting on her to get up and let's go.
You don't want her to be with her so she can see?
Well, she's basically going to be mine now.
Yeah.
Because, nobody wants her. Because if we try to adopt her out again, which we have, she still has the behavior problem. She ends up coming back, and once she sees us, she just opens up and she's wide open with us. No problems at all.
And you don't have to train that ability for a dog to know that, but you have to get a dog who will recognize that in someone, and relate.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to find dogs sometimes that will be medical dogs. So
And
does she know when the seizure's happening before it happens?
Well, luckily she hadn't had any, so I really don't know. Mm-hmm. But, she's constantly with her 24/7. And if she goes in the bedroom and we put, the security gate up to keep Lila in there, and we cross that security gate to go in there with her, she's growling at us because she don't want us next to her child, I guess,
What kind of dog is she?
Sharpei mix.
Oh.
The little black one with that little puggy nose that was back there that was growling the other day.
So when she was at the other houses, what was she doing that was bad?
Tearing up everything, but she don't bother nothing in my house. Nothing.
Yeah. Well, she's got activity. She's got companionship.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually, that's another thing I always try to encourage is multiple pet adoptions where if you have one, it's like having one child.
Yeah.
And like one human. Humans want to be together. Children want to be together. Of course, dogs want to be together. Pack animals.
I got dogs and cats in my house, and they all get along.